So Aisha Ibrahim is here. It means it's time for Joy News Interactive. Welcome,
Of
Aisha.
course, it's time for the most interesting conversation around this time in Ghana. And if you don't have your juice yet, please get juice with a couple of ice cubes and just relax, enjoy this conversation. It's on Joy News on TV, and on Twitter it's on Joy News. On Facebook it's on Facebook .com/Joy News on TV. Let's have a beautiful conversation, no harsh words. Let's have a sweet conversation. Now, 3 incumbent MPs and a former MP have been cited in an alleged visa fraud scandal. The MPs are Johnson Kwekwedu, MP for Ahafo Southwest, Richard Champon, MP for Bia East, Joseph Benazin Daha, MP for Esutifi North, and Isunafo South MP George Boache. Now, even before investigations begin in Parliament, the minority leader has revealed leadership of the House has received some more complaints from the British authorities involving other MPs. You recall the House has recently had to deal with a serious corruption scandal which many say has dented its image enough. Well, there are many more who feel this will further bruise the image of Parliament. What do you make of the situation, and what do you recommend for Parliament to redeem its image?
It's just because they are the rule makers and now they are the rule breakers. So what example are they trying to set for we that we are following up? Now let's say I want to stand as an MP someday. With this, I might be like, oh, there's money there. So I'll be going there with the perception of going to be a fraudster to try to take something from. So they're not setting a good example. That's the real fact. People are watching them. And this is going to be, it's now an international news, so it's gone worldwide, and it's a disgrace to the country as a whole. And not their right people in parliament, so they should stand firm and see if they can put some things in check.
Also heard the news this morning, and as a parliamentarian, you have to set good example for we, the citizens, to follow. So as a parliamentarian and you are involved in this fraud issue, I don't know what to say. I'm just shocked.
Already, they've even made Ghanaians know that they are not peaceful, because they even fought in Parliament. So they being engaged in visa fraud, there is no two ways about that. As far as they can fight in Parliament, then surely they can also be engaged in that bad deed.
All right, so that's not all. A lot of the messages are also on Facebook. Israel will help us read that.
Donko Jan Kwesi says these MPs alleged to have involved themselves in this visa fraud must be stripped of their title honorable if found guilty. There's nothing honorable about them. They're just wolves in sheep's skin. Kwesi Boatian says Parliament of Ghana has no name to even redeem. Most dubious and cozy deals in this country emanate from these honorables. They are always in the news for wrongdoing. Apart from the sex tape, they are almost in every negative news. Bribery, cocaine, and what's in visa fraud. Parliament, which is always new for wrongdoing too. Is it a parliament? You know, there's this joke out on social media. So they say, as he has put it this way, a parliament, which is always new in the news for wrongdoing too. Is it a parliament? So an Aisha, that is not. That is without a tundra, for instance. Is that one to Aisha? Okay, Mankante says the Parliament House in Ghana is full of alleged corrupt practices, and it would take the August House a long time to redeem its image. Looking at what is happening, I don't even have any trust in most of the decisions taken by Parliament on behalf of Ghanaians. William Obeng says, these MPs, but see, when you read the issues carefully, they traveled with the people with the intention to come back with them. And the people enjoyed UK more than Ghana, so they failed to come back to Ghana. It's cool. Ghana was too hot and the NDC government, that's why.
And Thomas T says, we always talk about the sinking image of Parliament, and the MPs quickly jump to their own defense. They have pensions for involving themselves in criminal acts. God will continue to expose them one by one. In the recent bribery issue, they ably okay, there's more there. David, if we can see that. All right, so Kwabna Yeboah Augustine says, oh, Ghana, why members of parliament in visa fraud? I can't comprehend what is happening, but this is a tip of the iceberg. A lot of government officials are involved in this process of securing visa for people to travel more. More people are involved. Hadora Mystical Brimer says, oh yeah, are we surprised? Some have been doing it, just that they weren't caught. This is absolute embarrassment to the nation's lawmaking body. George Bogio says that UK ambassador talks too much. Do we not have a lot of British or expatriates in Ghana or in Africa who do not have papers or overstay? This is just a minor issue which should be sorted out between UK Embassy, Parliament and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Those are some comments on Facebook. Also, the patients who are admitted to hospitals at the weekend are more likely to die within 30 days. That's according to a research. Now, the research adds that an emergency trip to a hospital on a weekend slightly increases the length of a patient's hospital stay. Experts have suggested it could be down to a lack of services available both in and out of the hospital at weekends, an issue widely cited by the researchers. The question I ask, what do you make of this research? And also share with us if you have ever had such experience at the hospital.
I do believe, especially this kind of our polyclinics and those kind of things, the doctors are not doing well at all. A doctor may come having a private hospital to attend to, come, check 2 or 3 things, and leave. The same Kaneshi polyclinic, because that's where I've been going to hospital. I was not feeling well at the workplace, so I went there to go and do a little checkup. I went there, my folder was being sent to a doctor. The doctor came out to tell us online that he's going to meet somebody. So we should wait for him to go and say, what's the reason of your friend into international into committee of so me I just went away.
I'll also say sometimes, because sometimes when you go, they're efficient, and sometimes too, maybe due to some few emergency and some stuff, so yeah, they don't get it. Oh no, I don't normally visit the hospital, so, but hearing from others, no.
I don't agree with that. I know there are doctors who come on weekends. Even though all of them will not be around, there will be some of them will surely be around.
All right, many more people seem to have some experiences they're sharing on Facebook.
Ba Musa says, I don't believe in this research one bit, for the reasons being that they are themselves not sure of the findings. And again, no one has ever complained about it that I know. Okay, Boateng Kenneth Dankwa says, only God can save we Ghanaians, because doctors and nurses don't have time for patients on weekends, and that's very bad. Prince Nuruddin says, very appalling report, and may the good Lord save us all. Makante Matthew says, then this is serious, and I pray that none of my family members will find themselves in such a situation, not even my enemy. Chief Mandose says, it is a very scary situation. Let's all pray for a healthy life.
And Hassan says, in my area, we have the youth employment nurses who work on weekends. The ministry must address this. And Sobila says, very pathetic, but may the good Lord intervene. Those are some comments from Facebook. And finally, the Somenya District Police Command have arrested 2 persons for circulating nude pictures of a 20-year former student of Yulu Krobo Secondary School. Prince Tay, who was a boyfriend of the 20-year former student of Yulu Secondary School, Lydia Tete, was in a relationship with Lydia, which later fell on rocks. Now, the question I want to find out, do you think it is appropriate to exchange nude pictures between spouses or people in relationship at all?
It's evil sending those kind of pictures to your spouse. It doesn't really mean anything. If your spouse loves you or you love yourselves, I don't think those pictures will make you know yourselves better. To me, it's not the best.
You know, love can do a lot of stuff. Love can let you even sell your house for your own, like for your partner. If you think it's appropriate and there's trust, you can tell her to delete it right after she's done.
It's not appropriate because he might leak your pictures, and it's not right to send your nude pictures to your boyfriend. You are just going out with him for some time. You're not going out with him to get married to him.
After all, you're my spouse. Why should I be sending it to you? Come home and meet me naked. So there's no need for that.
These days, the relationship we engage inside is not a long-term relationship as such. So if, let's say, you send like your nude pictures to your spouse, and later on you guys break up, because me like this, if you send a nude picture to me, okay, and you break out me and it pains me a lot, I will just lick it.
Israel, but I'm so, I don't know, but I get amused if I find people sharing nude pictures. Why would you do that? And sometimes people are doing amorous activities and they want to film it and watch it later, or what?
Well, everybody and where they get their kicks from, or what kicks them up. But well, it's something certainly I wouldn't want to be.
Of course.
Partake.
Well, let's check what people are saying on
Facebook. Hogley says, what is heating when you have gone through? What is heating when you have gone through boiling? Hey. After they have had several sexual conjugations, sharing nude pictures becomes meaningless. Why would they even want to keep nude pictures when they can have a look at the real morphology anytime?
Exactly the question I asked.
That's what this boy couch idea is. Let's not countenance it. Adora Mystical says, there's nothing wrong with sharing nude pictures with your legally married wife. But with girlfriend, boyfriend, I can guarantee you that you are playing chaskele with your life.
I think
because your lover may not be yours alone.
A lot of things. I see everything wrong with even married people exchanging nude pictures.
I mean, the picture itself the picture that you're taking, you never know where it would end up.
Exactly so. And the figure you're taking is with you 24/7. Why do you want to take pictures? For what reasons? Okay. And
Adam Mahamadou says it's absolutely wrong. In any case, if the person is your wife or husband, it means you have been seeing each other naked always. Yeah. So why they need to share nude pictures? Maybe when the person is away.
Oh no, alone icon says, well, they're coming to America. Well, it might spice up the relationship initially, but eventually, where breakup happens, it could be used against you. I won't advise it. Judicious. So Drew Eric says, I will never encourage such kind of thing at all, but not forgetting that many people sometimes do that out of pain, but not just for fun. Bawa Musa says, Quran 24, verses 31 to 32 reads, say to the believing men and women that they restrain their looks and guard their private parts. That is purer for them. Makante Matthew, this is abnormal and I will never do that in my lifetime because I have been seeing my partner's nakedness, and what at all will I do with the nude pictures? This is what has been happening, and before you realize your nude pictures are circulating in social media when you have a problem with your partner. Watson Kenneth says it's very bad for them to do that, but there must be education on some measures, especially in our institutions, on how to put a stop to sex before marriage, so that these young girls and boys put a stop to that, because it's a sin before God. Nasser Hassan says that is very absurd. What if there is a breakup later? How do you trust your friend? That is even immoral because all religions and cultures frown upon it. Shift Manasseh says it is the beginning of madness and it shouldn't be encouraged at all. Cheer, Madame Po. And Israel, do you remember the story of the pastor who I'm told committed suicide or something like that?
Well, apparently he was sending a nude photo to somebody else.
And it landed...
It went the wrong destination.
I think it's his church members all got to know about it, so he couldn't stand the shame. All right. Okay, so David is bringing.
Yeah, but I mean, clearly, it is not something people should countenance. Yeah, why do you want to? You shouldn't even take it because, as I indicated, you've taken it on your phone what if your phone breaks down and you have to send it for repairs? And the person repairing it sees the nude photos and says, oh, wow, it begins to circulate.
If I'm repairing your phone, you can't block me from anything. I have to be able to go through your phone and see everything. And